Okay, guys. Good evening. Yeah, my name is Ramesh Narayan, and I'm in the domain of nutrition and wellness. So, paucity of time, so I'm just going to rush. I got a few slides to show you, but I'll rush super fast through that, and hopefully I can keep some time, couple of minutes for Q&A. All right. My background: I've been with food services for almost 3 decades. Primarily in the area of aviation food services, flight kitchens, the food that you all ate on flight and gave galis. Yeah, that came from the enterprise that I have managed. All right. So 30 years over there. So those of you in food services will understand from the customer perspective, food services means taste, appearance, on-time delivery, and from the company perspective, it's profitability. Right. These are the only four attributes that matter in food services, and obviously health, nutrition, wellness, we don't care in food services. All right, so that's been there. So obviously what you do for 30 years also transfers into your personal life. I got diagnosed with very high cholesterol. My triglycerides went up to almost 600 around the age of 45-50. I was put on medication for about 2 years. Levels came down, and I went to the doctor, said, okay, please give me a program to move out of medication. Doctor said, Ramesh, you're married to these medications for life. Don't ever try to get out of it. And that's the first time in my life, gentlemen, that the idea of health struck me, and that's where my journey started. All right. I found my health coach, did some restructuring of, re-looked at my lifestyle, and was at the age of 55, I was able to move out of medication because of what I did, and that was the start of my journey over here as a health coach with a community called Lifeshapers. Because I asked myself a question: if I could be medicine free at 55, could there be other people in the country looking for something like this with a small little change in food and a small little change in your lifestyle? Could there be a potential? And obviously it is vast. All right, so I'll just very quickly run through this. This is the problem that India faces. 73% of urban Indians are overweight in the age group of 28 to 38. Right, now if you say that we are going to be so many trillions, world economy, blah 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 and all that, and then our youth is all sick, there's no point. Right, this is the problem area, and this is where we are making a difference, and I invite all of you to contribute and make a difference, because finally at the end of the day we need a healthy nation, not a sick nation full of money. Right, something that you can go home and check. These are dangers. Right, if your waist circumference for men, I see only men here, is about 90 centimeters, you need to be a little bit let's say urgent. All right, if your waist to hip ratio for men is above 0.95, then you need to be a little bit again urgency as far as health is concerned. I would really tell from the bottom of my heart, mere jaise mat bano. For 30 years I had no clue about health. I was not bothered about wellness. We didn't know about it, and it hit me, but you know, dheere se jhatka jor se. Okay, let me go for it. Now you can go to the internet and see what are the complications of obesity. All of these are kind of thing. One thing I want to tell you, I didn't know this, that visceral fat is not just innocent fat sitting over here. Right, it's not innocent. It releases toxins into your system and increases your inflammation. The whole body is inflammation. Diabetes, hypertension, blah blah blah, all this comes after that. So visceral fat is very very important to get rid of. All right, we are here. If you have, or if you are nervous, we have solution is very simple. Right foods, right association, right education, and exercise. That's it. These 4 things you can start from today onwards. Right, let's see. What are the re-engineering of your food nutrition? What to eat, when to eat, how much to eat. These 3 categories. All right. You know, you got to increase your proteins. Everybody knows this. There's not one single person who doesn't know what I've just written over here. Okay. Fill nutrition gaps. All that is there. we can, have a one-to-one and I'll explain to you. I'm just rushing through this because I want to keep some time for Q&A. I'm sure all of you have some questions and answers. But if you feel that you want the slide to remain on, just yell. All right. Association. Be careful who you are associating with for anything. For anything, your own business, your own life, be careful who you are associating. Where are you getting your inputs, right? And that's where we say, as far as health is concerned, Dr. Google se salam mat lo, right? Go to the right professional people who have experience, who have gone through the journey and are willing to help, all right? Education, very important. Most important is this, in the boot camp, we got 5, starting from day after tomorrow onwards, 5-day boot camp. Alok ji has gone through it. I'll just call him up after this presentation of what was his experience, right? We help you understand the principles of right foods and how you can tackle your own health, right? Most important, get clarity, because there's a lot of clutter in this space. In the food space, huge. In the health space, huge. And the biggest myth is, मैं घर का खाना खाता हूँ, I'm okay health-wise. All right? There is a difference between safe food and right foods. When you say घर का खाना खाता हूँ, is basically it's safe food, health safety wise, कि आप खाओगे and लोटा परेड नहीं होगा. That is safe food, right? But right food is nutrition, health, wellness, completely different. So don't get sidewinked by this myth that all of us, including me, I thought कि घर का खाना खाओगे, so I will be healthy. You could be safe, food safety wise, but not necessarily right food wise. Okay, get rid of the myth. Exercise. Anybody I speak to, they said they want to reduce weight. The first thing they try is exercise. So this is no big deal, but we believe that unless you have your food program and your food philosophy right, there's no point in doing exercise. So वापस आ जाएगा, ये जाएगा तो भी वापस आ जाएगा. And usually when you do exercise, it's not fat that is released from the body, it's water and muscle mass. All right. So, and if you do exercise without sufficient protein, you will lose protein, you will lose muscle mass, which is very, very, eventually if you don't have muscle mass, you will get to skeletal health problems also. End of the day, what is holding your bones in place? Muscles. Uske liye protein chahiye. You don't take protein, then what happens? You have heard people as they grow old. Now most of us are not 35, I think a couple of us are 35. Madam is 17, so she's not as we age, we lose per year almost 30% of our muscle mass. So you got to be very careful as you age to ensure that you get sufficient protein. Otherwise, every house has got the story that my aunt or my mother fell down, broke her hip, blah blah blah, and all those kind of things, right? That's why, because there's nothing holding the muscles. Structural engineers, who are the structural engineers here? You know, no? How it is, right? Right foods, not less foods. Just remember one thing, if nothing you take today, if you take carbs, your energy level spikes up. That is roti, rice, dal, okay, spice up immediately, and as fast as it goes, it comes down. Then again you feel hunger, you crave for more, so you go do the same cycle. Alright? But if you have protein, you have a very slow spike in, because protein takes longer to digest. So right foods. So fill your plate with right foods. Alright? So this is, look at this, carbohydrates, roti, rice, chawal, keep it less. Protein and fiber, keep it at least about 60% of your plates. Omega-3 good fats, about 10%. Easily said here, but then in our boot camp you will understand how you can, using your own foods, whatever you cook from home, how you can do this change. All right, I have 9 minutes. I'm over. My God. All right. So something for you over here. Plating. From today onwards, what you can do is take proteins first. Fill half your plate with vegetable. Take protein. Leave. You see how much small space for rice, rasam, dal, and all that. Do this, and then you will probably be changing yourself. And then these are some of the testimonials over here. Have you seen this person?
Now only see.
Yeah, so this was me before, this was me after. All right, this was sometime, I took this about 9 years back. So I've been maintaining my weight for about 9 years now. This nutritional restructuring, the boot camp and all those kind of things has helped me do this, all right? Because what you don't want to do is, okay, increase, decrease, and all those kind of things. So I'll just play this video. This is my next, our next boot camp.
It's going to be practical foods from the kitchen.
I'm Dr. Girish Nair.
Dr. Rajshri Vachchajani.
Dr. Seema Masrani.
In the 5-day boot camp, you will learn how to eat right, not less, for fat loss.
I got back to my healthy eating.
1.5 kg.
1 kg and 1 inch from my stomach.
And I feel very light and I have reduced 2 kgs of weight.
How big a role the deficiencies play in our life.
What to eat, when to eat for fat loss.
Lifeshapers is all about losing fat and not muscle the healthy way through the principles of right foods and not less foods.
It's going to be fun and you're going to learn a lot. It's going to be interactive as well.
Okay, done. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much.